everyone, it's Cathy Zilski. Welcome back to my channel and the craft/dining room. Welcome to my live stream. I'm so happy to have you here. Also today, I decided to flip the camera around because when I watched the playback, it freaked me out that I mirrored my camera. So we're going back to how it was, but we're still here, same room. I promise I haven't changed a thing. Yeah, more or less. Anyway, welcome everyone. It's wonderful to see people popping in the comments. I'm happy that you joined me today. It's a very gloomy day here in Minnesota, rain, and well, that's what we got. So I'm excited to create something today, and there was no real plan that went into this. I have an idea. It's very simple. It's a great way to take a die cut and have some fun with it. And well, you know me, I'm going to keep it simple. Anyway, welcome. It's great to see people. I see Mindy, I see Brenda, Jenny, Nancy, Susan, people popping in. And so, without further ado, I don't think that's how you pronounce it. I'm just trying to be fancy. I am going to go ahead and show you what we're working with, shall we? Oh, and today too, just so I'm going to show you this real quick. We have a Gemini cam. Today we're going to use the Gemini. Got it all set up. So for those of you who are fans of the Gemini cam, I got you. Okay. Hey, Bobby, Joyous in Christ, Lancashire Lass. I see a lot of people and it's really great to have you. Also, just so you know, I am actually live today. I'm talking live, answering live, working live, which is a little different than when I do my premieres, which are pre-recorded and then I just type live. So I may miss a few questions here and there, but I'll always save time at the end to do a Q&A. And every now and then I'm going to pop up and see if I can answer a question, but I just wanted to say hi. And again, I'm so glad that you decided to join me today. So back to the table. Okay, today, this is what inspired me. Now, you may or may not know this, but I work for Simon Says Stamp, and they send me a lot of things. And sometimes I don't use all the things, and one of my goals is to use all the things. So I've seen a lot of people creating really cool stuff with this olive leaves die set, and this is what I'm going to use today. I pulled my latest stamp set, Yay You, because I have an idea for a greeting, and I've got some sub-greetings, but something I haven't done in a while is use my distress inks, little cubes. So I pulled myself, let's see if I can fit it all in here. Well, kind of, a nice little rainbow, right? And yes, if you follow my channel, you know that I usually omit red for pink. It's just a thing, but I am going to include purple today just to prove to you all I don't have anything against purple. I love purple. Okay, so let's get started with a little bit of ink blending. Now I'm gonna bring in my little tonic mat here. And thanks to one of you who gave me a tip to put this little friend, the Tim Holtz tonic grip mat underneath, then this thing doesn't slide around as much and it just makes it a lot easier. And I'm gonna turn it this way. I was filming a video this morning where I had my pad the other way, but I think this will work just fine for my cubes. Could be wrong, but here's what we're gonna do. All right, again, welcome everyone who's joining. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Purple's gonna come into a rainbow. All right, now here's the thing. I am going to do something, well, not differently, but here I like to do the ink blending before I die cut. Okay, that is just kind of the way I like to roll. And so I'm going to map out some space here. Let me grab a pencil just to make sure that I know where, see how scientific that is? I'm just doing this little friend. All right, coming around like that. All right, so I have my general space. Got it all set up here. And Bobby, I have tried it, and I'm embarrassed to say it is somewhere in here, and I have no idea where. Okay, I don't know if you saw on Instagram last week, I posted after a live what you see on Instagram but then what the room actually looks like. Yeah, it's a bit of a mess. But let's try this. Now I want you to know today I'm using my small blender brushes from Simon, and I went ahead and pre-wiped them down, okay? I did my paper towel trick. I didn't wash them, but I haven't used my Distress in a while, so I just kind of wiped them down, and that's what we're gonna do. Also, thank you. I did this mani this morning, and this is actually a color from Zoya. That's another brand I'm exploring. There's just so many good polishes out there, and well, I'm kind of a junkie. All right, I'm going to be loading this up, and here's the idea. Well, you know what? If I'm getting technical here, and I am getting technical, I'm going to take a little bit of masking paper. This is from Heffy Doodle, and I really love this pad. This is my second pad I've gone through. It's not a pad, it's a roll, but I just don't want to get anything here for now. So I'm going to make a little rainbow here, and then I'm going to make a little rainbow here, and then we're going to die cut, right? This is so simple. And again, welcome to everyone who's just joining. If you've never joined me live, thank you so much for coming today. You know, we're just going to hang out. We're just going to have a little crafty time, right? Maybe some ASMR vibes here with the sound of the Distress ink hitting that paper. What I want to do is make sure that I incorporate the entire first 4 of the rainbow for the top, okay? And that's kind of the goal here. So that's what we're gonna do, all right? And it doesn't matter if it's splotchy. It does not have to be a magical blend, not at all. I'm gonna come in with spiced marmalade. And yes, hello, welcome to everyone joining today. Oh, Melissa, this is Neenah Solar White Classic Crest in the 110 pounds. So, you know, are there other papers that are smoother to blend on? I don't know. Sure. Why not? Yeah, I would say yes. Also, I haven't used Distress in a while, so I feel a little cloddy with this today. But I do like how the grip mat holds this in place. Yeah, and I started out with saltwater taffy, which is kind of fun. I actually did a video, what was it? I did a video a couple weeks ago where I thought I was using the new Distress cube, and I was just using Kitsch Flamingo. But see, if you have this grip mat, it holds it in place really well, so we like that. We're coming in with a little mustard seed, and actually, I think I'm gonna have to, I'm building this down a little bit lower, because the more I think about this, I think I need, well, maybe more pink at the top. That's a beautiful thing about when you're ink blending and, you know, kind of doing your thing. You can come back, right? Is there a hair? No, that's pencil. Michelle, these are pencil lines. Although it would not be surprising to see large amounts of my hair, because my hair, I didn't know this before, but I have so much hair, and I used to not, and it's fallen out like crazy. And I actually just got a haircut, and I asked my hairstylist, I'm like, Max, is this normal? Like all the hair that falls out? He said, Cathy, your hair was always falling out all the time, because I have a lot of hair, a lot of thick hair. He said, you just didn't notice it because it was short. I'm like, oh, okay. Let's see here. All right. Gavin, yeah, it's not hair, it's an outline. No, Mindy, you do not need to adjust your screen. I feel like I didn't quite go in the blend area that I wanted, but we'll see. All right. Again, does not have to be perfect. All right, let's just do that. And I can come back in a second. Pencil lines, not hair. Okay, let's get another brush here. And this is the lovely Twisted Citron. Again, if you're just joining, welcome. Happy to have you here today, and appreciate you being here today, because, you know, it's nice to have folks joining. And my college-age son is home, and he just walked out the front door and is taking my car somewhere. What do you know? I asked him if he would be willing to play music in the background one day. He said, I don't know. Okay, don't panic that this is looking a little splotchy and icky. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. Hello, Emma. Good to see you. And now we're just going to see this real quick like this. Oh, sorry, just hit the camera and now the whole thing's shaking. All right, I think that is enough of the blend there. So now, oh, jewels, not tools. Okay, I'm going to lift this up. Well, thank you, Mary. That is very kind of you to say. Welcome. And yes, college kids, gotta love them. Gotta love them. He's almost done with college. Not quite. Got a few more credits, and then he will have his degree and everything. Well, then let the student debt begin. Okay. We're going to start out in the next part of the rainbow. Now, here's where it gets tricky because I'm planning to flip it. So what that means is if I want to have a continuation of the rainbow, it has to start down here. So that's what we're going to do. Oh, okay, Miller. Sorry to hear that. Hope he's feeling okay. One of my closest friends from my corporate life let me know he had COVID the other day, and he's doing fine. Doing fine. They're all vaxxed and boosted, but felt bad for him because, you know, nobody likes to be sick. All right, that was salvaged patina. Now I'm kind of rolling the dice here. I don't know how this is going to look. I decided to grab colors that I just normally would not do. And so the next one is Blueprint Sketch. I can't tell you how few times I've actually used this color. Let me see. You know, I think it's going to be fine. I think it's going to be fine. We're blending, bringing it in. So I'm working in rainbow order still. I'm just going up. And again, this is not soft ethereal blending. I think we can all agree on that. And that's okay. In fact, I'm not embarrassed of my skill right here, but it's just not my best. We're all okay. Okay. Getting that color in. All right. Because these leaves are so delicate that it's really not going to matter because what we're doing is just for an effective color, right? So, okay. And one last brush. And again, for those of you just joining, I pre-wiped down my brush. Well, I don't have a paper towel here, but I rub them on paper towel that is down by my feet. And I keep them under the table. Let's see, how's that looking? Oh, yeah. Wilted Violet is a great purple, so I would like to say to all the purple lovers, ah, there we go. Blending it in. I don't even think I need this much, but we'll see. We'll get it going. Such a simple idea, too. This is, I don't know why I don't do this more often. I did a card, I think I did a card similar to this once, and it was one of my favorites. Although I don't know if I did a video. Nancy Gerard. Wow. Wow. Thank you for the super chat. Wow. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and that is pretty awesome. I'm glad I glanced up and saw it because then I would have felt bad. I got to keep looking up. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh yeah, Bobby, I thought about Villainous Potion, but then I said, I think we're going to go Wilted Violet to lighten up a bit. Now, right now, this looks a bit like a hot mess, right? But let's die cut it and see. Because I think once we cut these out, they're going to look pretty great. So I am going to take, I don't know how, well, let's see. Like that. I just don't want that to move a whole lot. And I don't want to get that hairline in there, that pencil line. All right, let's just do this now. We are going to move brushes out of the way. And I'm going to pick this up gently. Gently. Oh, Christine, if I'm frozen, you need to quit your browser and then come back in. All right. I promise you the stream is strong, but let's go to the die cut cam. And yeah, just a little note. If your stream freezes up, just quit, come back into YouTube and it'll pop you right into where we are. All right. Gemini cam walking over. Well, you know, it's not that far away, but also I don't think you can see my pants on this. No, I'm wearing pajamas. I got to keep it real here. I'm actually wearing pajamas, and some days you need it. All right. I use the double-sided die plates taped inside the clear cutting plates. This is a sandwich that I learned from Jennifer McGuire. Jennifer, you're a genius. Wait till you see this. So every time I go through my machine, sometimes I go this way, and sometimes I go this way. Doesn't really matter. I switch it I switch it if I can remember. And of course, I have that rotating design board. It's a clipboard. Coolest thing. But I want to show you, and let's see if I can get this on camera in a way that makes sense. Look at how straight these are. There we go. They're just not warping. I mean, I did recently change out one of the plates, and I always cut into the same plate. But I am just so impressed with this. We're gonna leave Gemini cam, come back to table cam. Plates just have stayed straighter than anything. Now I still do use a spellbinders as well. And in fact, you know what? I don't need this anymore, so let's get this out of the way. I do still use my spellbinders machine as well. But if you've seen, the plates don't stay as flat. Bobby, I'm telling you, try Jennifer's setup because it has changed my plate life. I mean, I'm okay with the fact that sometimes you have to buy replacement things, right? That seems fair, right? It's not, I don't expect something to last forever for my craft supplies, but the plate sandwich that I learned from Jennifer, it's game changing for me. All right, let's pop this out if we can gently. Like that. So we have part of a rainbow here. So simple. See how much nicer it looks once you get it out of that mucky muck? Yeah, okay. And the rainbow continuation there. Okay, now I don't know what I'm going to do with it, but okay. I am going to take this and pop it back. All right. Now let's see. We have this friend here, and I do have, let's see. I have more white cardstock off to the side. And I'll show you, let's just pop this on a panel for right now. I'm going to make a note card, obviously, but I want to make sure that whatever I do here, this is probably going to be a one-layer card. Okay, I just think that's really, it's really simple, right? So the question is, if I am making some sort of a graduation card, because it is grad season, I have 3 parties to go to. So I've already done 2 grad cards. This could well be the 3rd. I'm going to set these off to the side and try not to lose them. And again, if you're just joining, welcome. Great to have you. Thanks for sticking around, because now this is what I love about having clear stamps, because you really can start to visualize what your design is. I could do, well, actually, I could do just a simple yes, and that would not take away from, oh, you know what? I didn't even think of that. This would be so minimal to do the yes, right? And then I could do a, congratulations underneath, but like, oh my, I might do that. And then there's nothing wrong with trying something, and then if you don't love it, you can stamp it again. But I kind of like that, and I was not expecting to. I was expecting to do something bigger. Maybe I'll do 2. You know what they say? When in your Misty, why not go for it? Now, I think, though, I will do some embossing, because I think adding a little bit of, like a little shine. Yeah, it kind of has a laurel leaf look, doesn't it? Kind of adding a bit of shine. I'm probably going to do it with, well, yeah, I'm going to do ultrafine gold. Really kind of go for that one a lot. And I'm going to stamp 2. So loud. Okay, yay you. Have I even used this? Yes, I have used this stamp. Oh, clearly. You can see how stained that is. Okay, there's that. I have not used the yes, but I do love this set for just the celebratoriness of it all. I mean, you can celebrate milestones of any kind. You can even celebrate things that, you might not think you'd send a card for, but for example, I won't name anyone publicly, but I have a very good friend who quit smoking, and that deserves a congratulations card. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, as an ex-smoker, that deserves a bit of love. Okay. And yes, for the record, I quit 16 years ago. Yep. Best thing I ever did. Best thing I ever did. Okay, I'm just rubbing my finger over that to prime it a little. I think that will be okay. Also, I recently purchased this. I decided to get myself yet another Misty tool. Oh, can you really not have enough? I don't know. But I wanted one of the newer ones with this new design and the new lip, and I love it. All right, I'm going to use a little bit of my anti-static powder here from, I'm trying to make space here to create, okay, from Tailored Expressions. I really like this. I really like it. I'm going to powder up. We're just laying down the powder. You can barely see it, but trust me, it's there. I love this, just the delivery of this one. I think it's my new favorite. Although, you know, if you have a powder bag, you don't need any. You know, the powder bag worked great. I still have the powder bag. Right there. All right. Now, grabbing my Versamark. And hey, I'm seeing all these people popping up with their how long they've quit. And let me tell you, whether it's a week, a month, a year, doesn't matter. It's a hard one. That's a hard one, let me tell you. So good on you, all of you. Because it's a hard one. Okay, let's give it a whirl. We're pressed into the corner and let's stamp it down, okay? And we're gonna go like this. Lori, I've had that powder bag that I just showed you since 2017 when I started making cards. So they last, you know, there is some staying power. I do think this is fun because it's really cute. Let's see, do I want to stamp it again? Oh, look at, you can see some of the black. It'll be fine. I think it will get covered up by the gold. Let's do it just a little bit more. And of course, hey, Amy. Amy from Prairie Paper and Ink. Just saw a really cute card you did this morning on the Facebook. I love seeing how you use my stamp sets. They look great. Okay, pulling this out. Don't worry about the stain. And yeah, I'll clean this later. I got things to do later. All right. I'm going to reach down into my special cabinet. Oh, come here. And, well, it's not a special cabinet. I bought a letter holder. And now I keep it underneath my little side table. See, that's just dirty, mucky ink. But let me get this. Also, I don't know how to link this in my supplies, but it's this lady, Refined Crafts. She's on Etsy. You can screenshot that if you like. But she makes these cute little clothespins that say things. One of them is like, hello, hot stuff. And it's just fun, and I love having a cheeky little, you know what I mean. She made me one that says boop, which is actually adorable. All right. Hey, that looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. This is the Simon Says Stamp Antique Gold embossing powder. You know, sometimes I clean my stamps. I do have a nice big thing of, well, what is it? I have this literally right here. I'll show you. I have my spray cleaner. I just, you know, sometimes you do and sometimes you don't. All right, let's come in here. Oh, I could, Mindy, couldn't I? Yeah, I need to do that because she's so sweet. She sent that to me as a little treat, which I thought was super nice. And of course, I learned about the clothespin from Gina K. I mean, I started watching Gina back in 2017. And she had such a smart idea to not burn your fingers. And that's, you know, I owe everything I am to Gina and Jennifer McGuire. Okay, now I'm going to bring in this little friend. Oh, I guess that's just a piece of schmutz. Huh, I'll have to check that. Actually, the paper looks pretty good. See, there's not a lot of extra powder there. So you know what? Let's get the heat tool warmed up. And again, welcome to those of you who are joining. Love having you here. And let's just listen to the dulcet tones of the heat tool while it warms up. like to get it heated up, I don't know, 20 seconds at least. Okay, let's get ready. Get ready to rumble. All right. All right, that looks pretty darn good. A little shiny, a little golden. Okay. Hello, Donna and Vicky. Glad to have you here. Melissa, I see your question. I tried it and it warped like crazy, and I don't know why. I think I was using it wrong, and so I got discouraged and I didn't use it again. Okay, let's bring in the coordinating dies. Now, let me grab my little wire snips. And if there are things that I've used today that aren't linked below, just know, I'm getting all tangled up in my mic cord, know that I will have it all updated after the video. All right, so I have, well, I gotta cut this one off. Oh, this will be very exciting. And then I need this friend. So I just keep all of my coordinating dies in the back of the pocket of the stamp pack. Again, thank you, Jennifer McGuire. I don't think there's an easier way that I know of, and it works for me. All right, so I'm just gonna wiggle to break like that. But see, I haven't cut everything out yet. The sandwich that I learned, Mary, from Jennifer McGuire, it is for the Gemini Junior, and it is 2 double-sided cutting plates from Crafter's Companion Gemini Junior. They're green. And 2 clear cutting plates. And the double-sided ones go on the inside, and you tape them together, just like Jennifer has done many videos on taping plates together. But I'm telling you, the cuts that I get, fantastic. Fantastic. All right, getting most of these nubbies off, mostly for personal protection. Yeah, that's good. Although that one just went flying, so the next time I hear someone yelling from pain, I'll know whose fault it is. Now here's the thing about my dies of the last year. I've started designing my dies to have a slightly more generous framing, because I just got tired of excuse me, I got tired of my own inability to perfectly frame out and cut things. And so I started making them just a little bit bigger when I'm creating these designs in Illustrator. So it makes it very easy for them to line up. And I like having a little more white. You know, if you're gonna go big or go home, right? So I like to have a little more margin space surrounding. All right. Yeah, that cutting sandwich is the best. This is also Easy C tape. I was using purple and now I'm using pink, and you just need washi tape or, something low tech. But every time I use washi tape, I swear it sticks. But now I'm just looking, I'm framing. Yeah, it looks good enough. Because see, I might end up using the yes. I really might. All right. So guess what we get to do again? Oh, Amy, you didn't get to see this. Check it out. Gemini Cam. You have to sing it. And yeah, if Laura were here, wouldn't that be great? Okay, now this time, remember I flipped it last time? Not going to flip it this time. Love it. And again, the plates. They are so freaking straight, and that is the beautiful thing. But again, Jennifer told me, and I listen, you always cut into one side, okay? You do not ever cut into both that way. Well, and then once this gets mucky, just untape it and flip it. It's a great way to get some longevity. So we go here, and we come back over to Table Cam. All right, now popping you out. And again, see how nice that framing is? I like the wide. I think it just makes it more, I don't know, substantial. I may try to get rid of that little piece of schmutz too. Oh, and look at that. Yes, love it. Okay, yes, the Gemini Junior folders, they are for the it's for the 3D dies. Did I say embossing folder? Gosh, I'm sorry. I do have them linked below, okay? Catherine Monroe on the plates, what I use is packing tape. Packing tape, just because, yeah, Jennifer said packing tape's gonna work. Now let me zoom in here a little. Unfortunately, I have to do that with a mouse. Let's get our mouse in here because I would like to see if that is schmutz or if that is not. Now, my adhesive eraser is, yeah, double-sided dies. Thank you, Kay. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Let's see, is it gonna come off? I don't know what that is. It's just like a little piece of darkness in there, and I'm going to give it one more try. Because ever since I put batteries in this thing, my life has changed. So let's go. All right. I don't know what that is. It's not moving. Well, perfection only matters in horseshoes and adhesives. That's what I always say. Okay, now let's make a note card because I think, so now see, here's the thing. Let's envision our panel. And let's come out just a little bit like that, okay? And I will be bringing in some foam tape. See, I don't know. There is something about, or what about even just, more of a centered thing like that? I mean, you know what? I kind of love that. Now, I could use this for something else, and yes, I would bling it too. I would add some bling. Let's make the note card. Let's make that note card. Oh, I don't know what that was. Things are flying. Things are flying. Oh, yeah, that was going to the dentist. And I can use this for something else, right? It looks great, but I think my initial vision, which is very clean and simple, and of course, if I wanted to put some gold splatter on here, I just had a thought, but I don't know if I can do that because my gold paint is, well, I don't even know how I would get to it while I was mic'd. So let's make a note card. This is going to be a USA 2. So that means we are 11 inches this way, 4 1/4 this way, and scoring at 5 1/2. Okay. Amy Saints, because I think it would be cool, right? Okay, you know what? Because I can come back and last week's live, I did not do an edited version. I think sometimes when the live is done, I'm full of joy and peace, and then the thought of racing upstairs to edit a version, I don't know, But you know what we could do? All right, let's tap this down. Oh, I'm taping my card bases. Use an ink to splatter. Well, that's just it. I have a great ink that is actually a gold metallic ink. Now, if I kept this as a 1-layer card, okay. All right, here's what we're going to do. I want you to talk amongst yourselves. Oh, I'm not going to die cut anymore, so I can walk right around the Gemini cam. I can actually unplug the Gemini cam. There we go. All right. Beautiful. That has been done. And I can keep talking to you while I dig out a very old paint. Oh my goodness. Yep. Okay. Oh, this is crazy. Okay. Forgive me. I'm going to look at a few things that I have and we're going to make some decisions. Okay. All right. Check it out. Now, something that I don't do a lot of, and I was actually thinking about doing a video called Things You Might Not Need, because there are so many things that I have not used. And one of them is this lovely set. I mean, okay, maybe I've done a few videos, but I will show you what I have in here. I have this wonderful metallic gold. And the nice thing is, it's actually very similar in color to the warm antique glow of the powder. All right, let's pop this up. And again, if I know there are questions out there, and sometimes while I'm focused, I'm going to miss them because I'm not glancing up. I also have these, but I don't think, oh gosh, can I even get them open? Oh, okay. Well, okay, these are from, these are from Iuile. These are Iuile watercolors. And I don't know, should I try some of the Iuile? I've barely used these. And these were a gift. These were a gift from somebody. I think it was, I don't remember. I think I remember and now I forget. I think it was from a woman named Deb. But, you know, I hardly ever use the Iuiles. So what would you do? You know what? I'm going to use the Iuiles. What the heck? What the heck? Okay. And so you can see here, I definitely want the gold. I made this little swatch sheet, and I think that also will look nice. So you know what? We could be making a huge mistake, but I'm actually, it's a magnet. I'm going to pop this out. I'm going to move it aside. Now, one thing that I'm going to have to do is get creative. I need a, do I have a pipette? Huh. Well, I may not. But you know what I may have? I may have a spray bottle, and that might be enough. Let me grab a little thing for you. Oh, Cathy, so many tools, so little time. I'm going to bring over my make art. You know what I could do? I think I'm going to do this on a panel. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I'm going to do it on a panel. I shouldn't have unplugged the die cut cam, but you know what? It's going to be fine. I may have to do one more die cut and I can replug it in if need be. But, oh, let's turn it around. This is a little wild, friends. I don't usually, look at magnet. Okay, I don't usually get this wild. And so what we're going to do now is I'm going to take these things out of the way. Okay, I don't want anything to get in the way. Also, I have my beautiful fan brush. Okay, and I need my box. I need my box for splattering. Okay, that's going to be fine. I'll bring that in just a second because I don't want to get mucky muck on the new on the new laptop. Okay, I am going to take a little bit of water and I'm just going to clear this out here and just go. I'm just going to wet this down a little bit because I need to sort of activate that for a second. So I'm not doing anything with it just yet other than letting that sit. Okay. Then I'm going to get my box. Now this is just a Simon Says stamp little packing box, and I can barely see you the comments because I'm covering it up. But yes, there are affiliate links below, and anything that I'm using is linked. However, I will not have all of it until I am done because I did not know I was going to do a splatter. Now here's another thing that I'll do, and I'll show you this. I'll make sure you see it when I do it, but I'm going to wet down. I should have done that right there. I'm wetting down the fan brush too, just to get that a little mucky. And actually, I'm going to grab one more piece of paper because I don't want to put my piece down on a glue-laden paper. I spray glue in this thing too. All right, so here's our panel, and I think we are going to end up cutting some down. Okay. Now, let's see if this works, and I have no idea if it will. I am going to be picking this up. This is why I like these, because they're kind of they're magnetic, you know, so you can do this whole, I mean, this stuff has a shine like crazy, and I haven't linked these, but I will. I am an affiliate for Iuile, but I hardly use it, but look at that. Look at that gorgeousness in there already. All right, let's see. No promises. And let's see. I kind of wanted it to kind of come across like that. Now it doesn't look like much. Okay, in fact, maybe a little more. Doesn't look like much. Trust me, Mama knows when to walk away. We're going to let it dry. Now, before I go to wild here, I don't have anything to rinse, so I'm just going to just gonna rinse that really well. Actually, I should go do this in the sink. I just don't want it to get super mucked up. That is where I think having a an actual sink by where you work might be kind of nice. And I don't have, well, I do. I have a kitchen. All right, hold on a second. We're gonna rinse a little more. All right, hopefully that's fine. I just don't want to ruin my fancy brush because I love that brush so much. Okay, I'm gonna let that dry, and now I'm gonna bring this back. Now here's the thing, it doesn't look like much, but it is gonna be shiny. I promise you. Okay, next. Okay, bringing these friends back in. I'm bringing these friends back in. Now, I want to trim this down a little bit. Do you want to see a tool that I use almost as much as my Misty? I got to show you this. And again, I don't have this linked, but I will post a link to this. Christina Werner made these as printables, and I will find the video and I will link it if you don't have it, because sometimes when I'm cutting something manually and I completely forget, I pull out Christina's little guide. She has them in multiple sizes. Because what I need to do here is probably stick more in the 4 by 5 1/4 pattern or size range. But because my mind cannot store all of this information, I keep Christina's little chart like right off to the side. So 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. Now some of you longtime card makers may already have that like completely committed to your brains, but I think this is dry enough, and you're not going to be able to pick up the shine yet though. All right. Oh, I can't do it on this because this doesn't go that far. Hold on. We need a bigger cutter. Let's move you. I do not have enough surfaces in the craft/dining room, and you know, sometimes that's a problem. Okay, this is going to be a little better. So I'm going to go, what was it, 5 1/4, right? All right, I have to stand up to cut so I can see what I'm doing. Let's go 5 1/4. And now I've, like seriously, I can't keep that in my mind, by 4. All right. Everybody still doing okay out there? Hanging with me? And here's the thing too, if I decided once I get this down that I didn't like it, you know what? No big deal. No big deal. And cut. All right. So there's my panel. And before I do anything else with that panel, I'm going to bring in, I think that's dry. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put a little foam tape on the back. This foam tape is from Thermoweb, and it's, oh, that is, now, that is a piece of hair right there. Gosh, Cathy, get that hair out of there. This foam tape from Thermoweb, little cheaper, well, considerably cheaper than the 3M, and it's not quite as deep. The depth is a little bit less. So if you're looking for a little bit more of a subtle little friend, and I don't think I have this listed either, but like I said, after this video's done, I will update the links within 15 minutes of finishing. All right. Why do I use foam tape on all of my card panels? Sherry, Sherry, forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong. I like a little dimension. It's just a thing, you know, it's like I like there to be, you know, that little extra bit of dimension because it just kind of feels a little more substantial, especially on a card that is super clean and simple, right? When there's not much going on. Ooh, Amy, do you like it? I think it's pretty cool with the splatter. I do like that. Yep, okay. So that's why I do it. And the nice thing is with a foam tape like this, the dimension, well, it's hard to see here, but it's not as lofty. Not as lofty. Kind of like that. Now I have to unfortunately slide this off to the side because my new camera setup makes it almost impossible for me to see the edges, especially, let's see here. I just want to, and white on white is so hard to see sometimes, but I think this will be fine. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that Iuile dries really fast. I don't know if the shine is going to pick up, but maybe it doesn't really matter, right? I think it's okay. Now I am not popping this, okay? And I'm not going to pop this. I'm just going to kind of figure out the placement, but I am going to pop this. Now this one, I want it to have a bit more. So I'm going to reach into, do you want to see the Adhesive Center? Please don't laugh, but I'm going to show you this. This is in my, my scrapbook room tour. I have a thing called the Adhesive Center, and it's just adhesives, And I keep it on a shelf. So whenever I'm reaching into the foam square, I call it the Adhesive Center. And let me tell you, it's a happy place. It's a happy place. Yeah, the shine is not noticeable, but yet it is the right tonality for this. So thank you for encouraging me to, break out of my, my safe little zone. Okay, I am going to place those down in a second, but first, I'm going to take some of my foam squares here. These are regular depth, okay? And I definitely am a fan of both thin foam squares and thick foam squares, but sometimes you just, each project calls for its own thing. It demands it, right? So there's one on the outside. Feel a little awkward here. There's one there. And I think I'll just kind of leave the center a little bit more open because I want to traverse that little break, but oh, get in there. That should be fine. So now, spare the adhesive, spoil the adhesive. That's a shirt, Bobby. That is a shirt waiting to happen. Okay, so now we have, see, I kind of do want this to be more centered. Oh, I like this. I really do. I think this is fun. I'm going to go up a little bit. I'm not going to place this just yet. I kind of want this to feel like it's a continuation, but I think right there, right? Oh, so simple. Okay. Time to bring in that friend. Time to bring in this friend. Now, this is the Gina K Designs Connect Glue. I keep it in one of Gina's little squeeze bottles, and I just keep a little pin, like a straight pin. This has worked really well for me. And I am going to start down here because I think these have a little, I could use the dots on them, the adhesive dots from Simon, but I think I'm just going to stick here the micro dots. I think that would be nice, but we're just going to, come on now. Oh shoot, did it clog up on me? It rarely does, but sometimes I have to get the glue out of the top because it glues over. Oh my, there we go. We got it. We got it. Okay. Now, gentle. There we go. That's a little. You don't need a ton. I'm just going to kind of spread that too. Okay. But I also don't want this to go super into the parts that have the cuts, right? Okay. Merch. Heidi, I've been thinking about merch. And Deborah, I'm not going to do a sub greeting for this. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to, but I am going to pop this. Oh, I just got glue all over. Look at that. I'm going to pick it up with my fingers. There you go. No one will ever be the wiser. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of come in here. Like that. Maybe I should do the yes next, because if I don't, I may lose my footing. So let's, because I'm clearly this is like a contact sport. I'm going to do this next. Yeah, I might stamp something on the inside. I thought about doing a sub greeting in the start. In fact, originally, I was going to do just a sub greeting. I wasn't going to stamp with the stamp set, but I kind of love this. And one of the things that I hope to show is like even, oh, that's way too much glue. Even on a simple, I got to take some of this off. Hold on a second. Sometimes I'll just wipe some of it off on a little Yeah, that'll do. I better throw that away before I put it somewhere it ought not want to be. But, you know, sometimes even when you have a little greeting, you can do a lot with a little greeting. You can build a whole card around a yes, you know what I mean? So that was kind of my thinking. I thought this was a fun greeting, and I really do like just this very minimal. Okay, then I'm going to bring in the beautiful, well, yeah, this will help, but it's really going to be more of like a visual here because the Y dips down, right? So I can't really push it completely up against because of the descender, and even this little friend up here that sticks up, that's called an ascender. But this ruler, love it. Okay, now, you know, should I try the dots for this one? Because then all we're gonna do, I mean, I don't want to do that. I really do want it to go in just a slightly different direction like that. I think that's totally fine. Oh, it's so simple. You know what? I'm going to try it. I'm not feeling the glue on this one. And again, I don't have these listed, but I want to show you, and I want to keep practicing with the micro dots. So let me see, where did I keep these? Micro dots, where are you here in the craft/dining room? Well, I'm looking. Hold tight, friends. I used to be so organized, and now, we'll keep looking. These are one of those kinds of things that definitely is not going to make the final cut. Oh, here it is. Okay. Oh, Jeebus. Okay. Micro dot sheets. Okay. They were clearly right in front of me. And all I'm going to do is just give this a whirl. Let's give it a whirl. Let's see what happens. Yes, micro dots on the adhesive sheets. And yes, we are going to add a little sparkle to this. But I think all I'm going to do here is just, you know, peel this back, pick this up, and just, I am going to do a light burnish. See, I cut a piece before because I didn't quite understand how this stuff works, but you don't need to cut it. You just keep picking it up, right? And putting things on. And I'm going to pick this up from this side. Okay, let's go like that. Gentle, gentle. Cover it back up. You now have adhesive, and I will pop that back into a folder. And I'm not even going to use my tweezers for this because I want to have just like that, about the same amount of stem and about the same space top to bottom. And if you look, there wasn't even any mucky muck. That is great. That worked really well. And then the glue doesn't ooze through. Okay, let's get some shiny things, shall we? All right. I'm looking, and I think I'm just going to stick with my classic gold foil. Oh my gosh, we might actually get this in 1 hour. It's very exciting. Let me get my bead tray. Got 4 of them. You'd think it would be easy to find. All right, just sprinkle some out. This is the Studio Katia gold foil. Again, I will have to add all these links after the fact, but I promise you, I'll pour a glass of wine and go upstairs and do just that. And I think, well, let's see. Do I want a big one? I like that. And I like a middle one, like that. And I like a small one. Maybe. I don't know yet. Haven't decided because I don't want to detract from this center, the center weighted aspect. Ooh, I just caught a glimpse of the glitter. It's hard to see, but it is there. All right, let's go here. Like that. Oh, and I will add the ruler too if it's not in there. Thank you, Lorraine. Sometimes I literally have to sit and watch the whole thing back, which can be a little mind-numbing, but that's nice, right? We're just going to do that. We're just going to do that. I actually think this is really simple, and I really like it. I like it. So, my glue flowing like the Ganges right now. We are going to pick you up and boop, 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 like that. Yeah. My glue is a little, boop, a little flowy. That is the finished card project. What do you think? I mean, seriously, so simple, right? Anyone can do this. And see how my splotchy ink blending actually ends up looking pretty darn good. Also, I want to talk about sometimes if your pressure is building up in your bottle, just unscrew it really quickly, let the air release, and then close it. Oh my goodness, I absolutely love this. And I love days like today where I don't do any work in advance, so I don't really know what's going to happen. But let's go to our fancy split screen. Hey, so that is the finished card project. Let me do a quick little outro in case I decide to, let's go back to the table cam. Let me do a quick outro in case I do decide to edit this. Thanks so much for watching today. You can find links to all the supplies I used in today's card video below in the YouTube description box. I will see you back here with another card project soon. And after party. Okay. Woo! I'm not even sweaty. That's what's weird. I'm not even sweaty. I'm getting more comfortable with the live thing all the time, but I like that, right? Such a simple greeting. Now, if I were to take it an extra step, I could take any one of these. You know, so proud of you could be on the inside of the card. Happy graduation. You know, there are things in here to go with it, and I would do that. Someone asked me once, sorry, Amy, message me, dude. I will tell you all I know because I have worked this out. And I had to wait to get a computer that could handle it all. But anyway, I lost my thought. I don't often stamp on the inside of cards because I am verbose. I write a lot. And I want to have enough room to write my complete message. You know what I mean? So that's mostly why I don't do it. So yeah. So does anyone have any questions for me? Because I am happy to pop them up. You know, that's what I'm here for. And after this, even though it's rainy, I'm gonna take my laptop out to the porch and update the lists, and I'll make sure that anything that I showed, for example, you know, I've had these Iuile colors for such a long time and have done nothing with them. Taz, yes, I do have my new laptop, which is the reason why any of this is working. You know, I thought it was my internet connection. It wasn't my internet connection. It was having a 2016 laptop, and it was a mess, and it just couldn't handle anything that I was doing. But yes, okay, let's see. Mary, that's a great question. I'm going to see if I can answer that because I don't know. How does YouTube work? Do you not get paid if I skip your ads? If I skip them, you know, here's the thing. You showing up to watch helps my channel. That's all you need to know. If you feel like letting an ad run, I'm not sure what that does. I'm sure it just says to YouTube they watch the ad a little longer. So you do you, Mary. I'm just glad you're here. Bobby, good question. Okay. And if I miss your questions too, just, I'm going to scroll back. So, Heidi had reached out to me a number of years back and offered me some inks. And I remember thinking, and stamps, and thought, hey, if you ever want to make cards. And I knew Jennifer, and I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to make cards. It's not my thing. Then I started making cards. And then I reached back out to Heidi and I said, remember that time when you reached out to me? Would you like to see some of my designs? And so I kind of went begging to Heidi and asked her if I could show her some things. And that's how I started designing stamps and dies for them. And it was great. And, my background is graphic design. I do know how to use all the programs, and I'm not really an illustrator though. I don't really draw. I license artwork from other people, and you have to pay for that. So it's just an interesting thing, but yeah, that's how I started, and it has been a great relationship. I love working with them. They're good, kind people, hardworking. Everything is made in the USA, and we appreciate that for supporting the U.S. economy. And yeah, Amy has a great question. So Amy's been doing this longer. If you don't subscribe to Amy's channel, you should. She's been around, she's doing it, and she has a fantastic channel. And so after the fact, Amy, if I'm going to pop a link to your video too. So, Can Catherine, how important it is. You know what? In my opinion, it's not. I mean, I have this one, which I use the most. I do have the Heat It tool from Tim Holtz and Ranger, and I love it, but I only bought it. I'm not even sure why I bought it. I just wanted it because you can go with a lower heat to dry things. So, Catherine, if you dry a lot of things, like if you do a lot of things that have painting involved, you might want the two temperature heat tool. That's how I can kind of think it would make the most sense, you know? But otherwise, you know, technically, I don't know if you need one. What are my, Taz, my top must-haves for a beginner, honestly, one tool. And I like to say, get a frickin' Misty. You know, this is the only reason I stuck with card making. I got a mini Misty. In fact, I'll show you. No, I don't know where it is. My original Misty is somewhere here. This is what made stamping possible for me. This is what made it a joy, because I could do things with precision, and I was never able to do that before. And I've been crafting since 2003. Scrapbooking is how I kind of got into the craft industry and worked in scrapbooking for a long time, but I never stamped because it looked like crap. And even though I always talked about doing crap-free scrapbooking, I don't want to do crappy stamping. So I got that Misty tool, changed my life. And then everything else followed. So that is the tool. I can't, yeah, it's just the best. Let's see now. Let me go. And people are giving some good feedback on the different temperatures of tools, because I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, Wendy, isn't it a great tool? It's an investment, but I actually think, you know, to have that forethought to come up with a tool like that, take my money. Take my money for a great idea, because great ideas don't come around every day. Great ideas change industries. And I think a lot of people would agree stamp platform like the Misty has changed the industry. So, okay, any plans on moving upstairs? Okay, we're on a holding pattern right now. We're on a holding pattern because Dan and I were talking, and the reality is, do I really want to leave this space? If I am able to live stream, if I have what I need, and I only need a few more things, like I need blinds, right? I need slightly better studio lighting. I need a real video camera that I can mount on the ceiling so that I don't have to film with my iPhone. Not that my iPhone doesn't do a great job. It does. It looks great. But I want a permanent camera. We might stay here. Okay. Aisha, I used Distress, and I will have these linked, but I haven't added the supplies yet for those. So that is coming. As soon as I'm done with my live stream, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to pour myself an early glass of wine. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. And I'm going to list all the supplies in the video that you need to know. Okay. And yes, I have multiple size Misties. So, you know, again, I feel like great ideas are worth it. And I don't have I make affiliate income from Simon Says Stamp. They sell these, but I just think it's a brilliant thing to invest in. So, and see, that's the thing, Bobby, that's what Dan said. He said, why would you want to be all slick and cool? You're not slick and cool. You're this. This is where I create. This is where I have crafted since day one. I used to have a tiny little area carved out for scrapbooking, and it has since grown to take over this whole space to the point that we only eat in here every 5th Thanksgiving. And then it's an absolute blank show to clear it all out. So, in that regard, why leave this space? If I can control the lighting a little bit better, because another thing that my husband pointed out to me, he's like, Cathy, we don't have little kids. We barely have kids living here. Like, my son lives here now, but my daughter has moved out for good. She's already thinking about moving to a new location. So in that regard, Kay, he said it. I'm sorry, I just saw Kay's comment. He means it with love. And I know what he means. He's like, part of the charm is make where you are, right? And I don't ever want anyone to feel intimidated that you can't create if you don't have a great space. My friend Mindy creates in her kitchen. So we know how to take a part of your space and turn it into whatever you have. I know a lot of people who craft in a corner of their bedroom or craft in the kitchen or whatever. You don't have to have the fanciest space. That said, I've taken over this whole space and it's pretty big. If you haven't seen my craft room tour, it's on my YouTube channel. The funny thing is, I completely forgot to show you where I store stamps and dies. Like I skipped right over it, which is hilarious to me. One of these days, I'm gonna do a whole new thing. Christopher, you're showing up for the after party. Ooh, ooh. So, anyway, so yeah, I hope that helps. I hope the questions have been answered. And yes, again, it's like this is a space where we're gonna stay. Me, myself, and I, because there's literally no one in here, and hubby's not home from work yet. But yes, it's a space that works for me. So yes, Terry, I think I will do another tour. I have a dear friend who is a videographer. He's a pro. He's really good. And we were going to do a trade once where I was going to do some design work and he was going to help me film over a weekend. We were going to do a craft/dining room tour. But then COVID hit and it just didn't work out. We still may do it. We still may do it because he's so good. And to have an actual video dude helping me block it all out, I think it could be really cool. So all right, friends. Well, I've kept you long enough, and I just want to wish you all peace. Oh, Linda, the grip mats, they are from Simon Says Stamp and Tonic and Tim Holtz. And again, those might be linked below, but again, I'll work on making sure everything's updated. I appreciate you for coming and joining me for the live. Again, every Wednesday at 3 p.m. Central is when I go live here. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it. The splatters, Esther, they were done with a fan brush and some gold paint. I can't reach it right now, but it was a fan that looked like that. And I will add that too. I don't have that in the supplies right now, but I want to wish you all a great day, peace and love, and let's hope for change in this wonderful country that we live in. Let's hope for change. That's all I'm going to say about that. Thank you so much, and I will see you back here with another card project soon. Bye. Thanks so much for watching today. I would love to have you become a subscriber to my YouTube channel. And if you do subscribe, be sure to hit the gray bell below the video so that you don't miss the next time I post. Here are a couple other videos that you might be interested in watching. Thanks so much and have a great day.